episode, or part two of the episode that was going on earlier. Excuse me. Hope everyone out there is doing well. Smash that like and subscribe button. Let's see if we can get some people joining in here. We can discuss about Donald J. Trump. Anyone coming in? We'll give it a couple minutes. Maybe 4 minutes. If no one's in here, then we'll end it. Then we will wrap up. If we get some people in here, we got lots to talk about. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? I was in the Discord. I was just, in the voice chats. I was gonna go live before, but everyone was talking in the Discord. They're all on voice chat right now in the Discord, sharing stories, talking about different stuff. I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. Sorry, my voice is a little bit creaky, but I'm doing all right. It's a good evening. How are you, my friend? How are you? How's your week? Happy Friday. Hope everything's going good. Hope the week's going good. The Discord voice. Yeah, there's a voice chat in the Discord. There's about 5 or 6 people in there right now all talking. I'm glad it's going well. And yeah, to answer your question, you're asking me about tech. We were talking about that. Sorry, I didn't really get back to your message. I was listening to everyone in the Discord and the voice chat, but Texas is really good. I mean, Elon Musk moved from Silicon Valley to, I think, near San Antonio somewhere. Don't quote me, but I think it's somewhere near San Antonio in Texas. No, Austin, Texas. Sorry, Austin, Texas. He's over there in Austin, Texas, Elon Musk. Joe Rogan was also, in Hollywood, in LA. He moved from LA over to San Antonio, or not San Antonio, freak. Why do I keep saying San Antonio? Over to Austin, Texas as well. There's many other companies and other examples of that. Yeah, there's lots of good infrastructure, and there's also lots of land, cheap property, cheap land. I say cheap, I mean cheap compared to some places in Europe and cheaper than most places in the US. So it's a good place for property investments and stuff like that as well. So it's really good for that. And what else? There's also lots of networking opportunities. Trump has decreased the deficit. Now, this new thing does have some, this new beautiful bill does have some spending things in it and stuff like that. It is true. I don't agree with Palantir. Hey, Greg, I don't remember you at all, but welcome back to the channel. We got 0 likes in here right now, but we got 38 people watching. Can we get some, can you spam that like, subscribe button? Some spending things, some increased military budget. It does save lots of spending though from Medicare and stuff like that. 4 trillion is not factual, by the way. It doesn't say that anywhere in the bill. That's actually just opinion-based pieces from Democrat economic people, economists, whatever they want to call themselves. Economic people, economists, whatever they like to call themselves. There's a lot of MAGA YouTubers. Why should I watch you? Yeah, going to Texas, I think, then. Well, why you should watch me is because I'm giving you the uncut truth. It's not all about reading these main points from Fox News over and over again. I have bad things to say about Trump. That's another reason why you should watch me, because maybe you don't like Trump, but I don't think Trump is perfect, but he is the greater good of the United States. The majority of stuff he's doing, I agree with. Around 80 to 90% of everything he does is amazing and fantastic. He's not perfect. No politician is perfect. Every politician lies. They all make big mistakes. Yeah, Texas is very good for that. I couldn't really think of any other great places to start some great startups other than Texas. But of course, Florida is a great place. I'm from Florida, so I'm a little bit biased. Also, Colorado is great, but there's a lot of not really too conservative values there at the moment. The government is not the best. But thank you for that super chat. Much appreciated. So stupid with the new tariff on Canada. Well, I haven't heard about that actually, but if they want to tariff us, if they want to tariff the United States first, then we can't just sit here and do nothing. We got to retaliate. Trump ain't perfect, but so help him God, he really is making a huge difference. He is fighting for the U.S. He got shot. He got 34 charges against him, felony charges. They tried to put him away for a long time, and he still didn't back down. 35% on Canada is embarrassing for us. Why is that? Because we should just let them tariff us first? Should we just let other countries tariff us and do nothing about it? Is that what the Democrats' view is? Oh, let them tariff us. We should just sit back and do nothing like we're old slow Joe. Actually, no, you're wrong. Canada has had unfair tariffs on us previously for a long time. If he was on that list, do you have any proof? Well, I don't need anything from Ontario. Sorry, Ontario Savage. Dude, when they shot him, that was insane. Can you imagine the timeline where they succeeded? Scary to think about Harris being president. Yeah, that is freaking terrifying, brother. Harris being president, I get the shakes and the shivers just from thinking about it. I don't know what you're talking about. Jess. Thank God Trump is my president. Hit that like, subscribe button. If you guys got any questions, any comments, drop some super chats. Much lumber we import. No need. The U.S. needs to fight for its own interests, especially as China gains more power globally. Tariffs are on the way. Absolutely, they are on the way. I don't know what you mean by that, Jess. Pointed him towards the baseball field. What are you talking about? I don't believe he was even there when Trump got shot. I'm liked by everyone. And if I'm not liked, I don't care. I don't try to appease people that, aren't willing to be nice and like me for who I am. Favorite and least favorite cabinet members. Well, favorite cabinet members, J.D. Vance. Least favorite, obviously Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and Bojino, or however you say his name. Because they're lying about the damn Epstein files. Accusations are just a word. Accusations. Unfounded with no proof or evidence. There's more evidence that Biden was touching and sniffing children live on television every day than there is evidence of Trump doing anything to any children. Favorite RFK Jr. He's a really good one. I agree with you. Little Marco, I don't like Little Marco either. I agree with you 100%. There's no circumstantial evidence. What circumstantial evidence? That Pam Bondi and Kash Patel are hiding the files? What does that have to do with Trump? I don't like Marco Rubio better than Vance. Not even close. I've never been a fan of that guy. Millions are poor in U.S. I wouldn't say millions. I mean, millions are poor all over around the world, but it depends what you mean by poor. Do you think Pam Bondi is a Scientologist? I don't know. Is she? Oh, sorry. Is she a Scientologist? I don't know. You know there's no children at Miss Universe pageants, right? They're 18 to 24 years old to be in Miss Universe. So stop spreading lies about Trump at a pageant with underage girls. That's a fucking lie. Miss Universe, 18 to 24 years old. Does that sound like a minor to you? 18 to 24 years old, you have to be to qualify in these beauty pageants. So what are you guys talking about? I mean, I'm not saying it's chill, but it's legal. Now, that's about your own preference and your own opinion. I'm not going to get into that. How is it that all these trolls come together? Can we not forget America has so many great innovations? We're the world protectors. Who mentioned Miss Universe pageants? Every single one of these Democrats crying, saying, oh, Trump was there and he was in the dressing room, this and that. And he admitted to it. Yeah, and no charges were filed against him, and all those women were adults. Another lie. America is the greatest country of all time. Hit that like, subscribe button. We only got 2 likes in here. We got 250 people watching. Can we get some likes and some subscribes? Do I travel outside the U.S.? Yeah, all the time. Do you? I've been to Canada, Mr. Ontario Savage. I've been to Ontario, and I will say the U.S. is much better. Well, you don't have to subscribe, but if you like the channel and you enjoy some content and some entertainment, even if you hate Trump, if you like travel videos, I have a few of those I'm working on. If you hate me, it's fine. I don't hate anybody. I'm just saying I've been to Canada because that guy's name is Ontario. I've been to many countries, over 20 something countries. Europe and travel. I make lots of videos traveling in Europe and doing stuff like that. Yeah, I just said I make lots of videos traveling to Europe. Why do you think the name? Anyway, I'm thinking about changing the name anyway. You've been nowhere. How many countries have you been to, Andrew? Have you been to 20 countries? Thumbs up and subscribe, guys. Oh, lots of Trump derangement in chat. Vance or Trump Jr.? I don't know what Trump Jr.'s policies are, but he seems like a strong president candidate, possibly. Sup, G, what you about? I'm just about politics, travel content, stating my opinions and some facts and stuff like that. You've met Don Jr. before. What'd you think? What questions am I ignoring? You know, there's actually travel vlog videos of people visiting Epstein Island current day. I've been to 15 countries. What's up? Congratulations, man. Where you been at? What comments did you say? He married Newscom's ex-wife? Well, I got bad news for you. You got Trump for 3.5 more years. Why wouldn't you love the great country of America? You've been to 58 countries? Wow, congratulations, man. Sounds pretty cool. What's your favorite place? Gas is cheaper than it was last year. It's cheaper $1 per gallon. The US is really pushing boundaries of possibility. Innovators, bold risk takers, America is a force of good for overall for the world. So much that it's the envy of the world. Yeah, that is true. It is the envy of the world. Whenever people see me in my travels and they say, "Oh, why are you here? You're from America." That's what everyone asks me. They say, "Why are you here?" Like you could go back to America. You could just travel around there. It's so amazing in America that they want to go to America. Everyone tells me this, guys. Every single person tells me this. In multiple countries, they've told me this. America pushes the boundaries. That's where you get rewarded for your innovation. Costa Rica, Canada, that's awesome. I want to go to Costa Rica. I'm not rage baiting. Spain, gargle, gargle. France, cool. I will debate you. Oh, Greece, nice. I plan on going there. Have you been to Albania? Have you been to Albania, Montenegro, Croatia? Peru, nice. Hey, shout out the Philippines. You have not been there. I recommend the Montenegro, Albania, and Croatia. Have I been to Australia? No, not yet, but I have a friend that she keeps trying to bring me there. I've never been to Thailand. I'd like to go though. Do I think it's Pam Bondi's fault? Yes and no. I think there's a higher power in a place. You guys want to hear the Epstein theory again? Damn, man, you went during war times. You really liked it during war times? It wasn't crazy? I'm from Florida. I'm in Florida too. Shout out Florida, everyone. How has he been subverting the Constitution? Please explain. Sarasota. Wow, I'm from Fort Myers. Philippines. Shout out the Philippines. Naples, Florida here. You got to subscribe, brother. I'm from Fort Myers. We love Naples. I love Naples. Delaware. Shout out Delaware. We already got a good decent amount of Southwest Florida subscribers from Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral. We got to keep growing them. Orlando here. I lived in Orlando for a year. Orlando, Florida, another really good place. I lived there for a year. Kiss. Kiss who? That's a strange super chat, but thank you. Brandon, Florida. Shout out Brandon. No due process? No due process. Yeah, I know. Barack Obama deported 3 million illegal immigrants. 80% of them didn't get due process. Google that shit. They were giving me a kiss. Okay. Kiss. Thanks. Your sister shouldn't be weird for you. I don't have a sister, bro. But it's not weird for me. Thanks for the super chat. That's pretty funny. Curious what your theory is. Well, some people have given me some information and some enlightening facts about the Epstein files. Some people have told me that it's actually a black book, not a list. And they said there's thousands and thousands of names in that book. And the names in that book are some really high-ranking CEOs and also Mossad and FBI and CIA, as well as all those high-ranking CEOs. If they got discovered, there would be boycotting major American companies all over the country, and this would cause issues with the stock market, and a lot of major companies would possibly go out of business. And also with the government and intelligence agency community, with the Mossad of Israel and the United States CIA and FBI. That's pretty much the real reason that we believe that these files weren't released. Now listen, I know Biden didn't promise to release these files, but we can't forget Biden ignored these files for 4 years. I agree, release these files. By the way, Trump never called Epstein his best friend. Epstein said he was Trump's best friend. Where did Trump say Epstein was his best friend? He outed Epstein in the 90s and kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago and stopped flying with him in the 90s. I don't worship any human. I worship God. What are you not lying about? I didn't even see your comments. How did Trump sell out? You never liked Trump in the first place. Absolutely, I worship God. Doesn't matter who I voted for. The majority of America voted for Trump. We're all humans at the end of the day. Serious question, guys. Do you think Trump is the most famous man in the world right now? Let me know if you guys have any questions, any comments, any super chats, anything you want me to read out loud. You can drop it down below. But do you think that Trump is the most famous man in the world right now? Do you think it, guys? Do you think it? Would I support Trump if he's on that list? Absolutely not. I heard yes, he's the most famous guy in the world. I suspect the main reason the names aren't being released is because it implicates Israel, and there are a lot of major bankers on that client list. I actually 100% agree with this comment. I'm not a whole Israel conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but I do suspect that the main reason that these aren't being released is because it implicates Israel, specifically the Mossad, and specifically a lot of major banks and corporations, and not just Israeli, also the United States and things as such. Not 100% Israel. There's a lot of things involved, a lot of moving parts to this whole situation. But yes, I do agree with that comment. Thank you for that super chat. That was a good one. Good comment that you had there. Ask Ben Shapiro. I don't really like Ben Shapiro either. Ever since about, 4 or 5 years ago, I really don't like him. I did answer the question. What other question do you have me to answer? I said I agree. 100 years of Trump and Vance. That would be amazing, brother. That would be amazing. I'm just trolling a little bit. Another original comment that we've heard 100 times. Were your parents related, or do you make poor life decisions on your own? I make fantastic life decisions on my own. Where can you get a $2 haircut? Actually, buddy, this was $35, but thanks anyway. You can go to the salon where I got mine from. And second off, you can't even see my hair, so nice attempt at a poor insult. I would never get my hair cut at Supercuts. Why would I be embarrassed? The majority of America still backs Trump. I'm not hiding anything. You just want me to take off the hat to show you the cut. And I ain't doing it. If you want me to remove the cap, you got to drop a freaking massive super chat. And I'll show you a quick spin-off of my haircut. I like how people give you money to insult you and then call you dumb. Yeah, no kidding, brother. No kidding. They're just pure hating, but it's okay. I'll read any super chats out loud, any questions, anything you got to say. You ain't hurting my feelings. I just wish if you're going to pay for an insult as a super chat, that you could actually make it something original, not something that, 200 other people already said. Well, 200 would be a low estimate, like 1,000 other people already said. Like, any original comments, anything original that we got to say other than these same old lame insults? Just because you don't like Trump. You're not even talking to me as a person. You're looking at me like I'm a political party. Oh, because this red hat triggers you, huh? Triggers you. Well, wait when you see the, shit, it's really smushed today, huh? Well, wait when you see the Trump 2028 hat that's coming. You guys are really going to be triggered. Shit, though, it is smushed, huh? You guys could have at least said the hat smushed. That would have been a better insult. I will fix it up, though, tomorrow. But I will get a new one. Damn, they popping off today. Yeah, right? 326 people in here. Actually, I haven't drank a sip of alcohol in weeks. So, no, I'm not under any influence of anything. But so original, guys. If there's any comments, anything you want me to say, any questions you guys want to talk about, drop some more super chats. These are not original. New scum is horrible. I'd rather Bernie freaking Sanders. Hi. Release those files. Another request of taking phone calls. Yeah, I think tomorrow or eventually we'll do a live episode of taking phone calls. But the reason we don't do that is because it's a bunch of screaming, yelling crybabies. If you guys want to see an episode where we're answering calls live, then we definitely got to get something going, like some better super chats and requests in the super chats. Can you freestyle rap? Yeah, sure I can. Predators are so obsessed with these whole thing. Yeah, I think so. What question do you want me to answer? I've answered every single question that I can. Cry, Gotham City. I already got a bunch. You want to cry some more? What question do you want me to answer? You're the one crying. You're repeatedly calling, stop crying, stop crying. I'm not crying. I'm waiting for you to answer a question. What question do you guys have? See, there's no serious questions in here. I heard they are quitting. Is Kash Patel and Bojino really quitting? I'd be interested to see. I am a serious broadcaster. Will Bongino resign? Will these files ever come out? Oh, Trump derangement syndrome in chat. How am I a troll? Do I think Epstein had a list? Okay, that's a good question. I do believe that if there's, I'm not 100% sure there's a list, but they definitely have a list somewhere. I don't know if Epstein has a list himself that he made of blackmailing people, but I do know they have a list somewhere of all the people in those videos with those children. So I'm not sure if Epstein made a list himself or if they have a list of people that were in those videos with those children, but either way, it's a list. It's a book, a list, whatever you want to call it. The earth is not flat, buddy. Troll, rage bait, Colt. What are my catchphrases? You guys are the ones with the catchphrases. What did you mean you voted for Tom? Who's Tom? Don't listen to these stupid haters. Yeah, I won't. Trump derangement syndrome is chat. Epstein list now. Agreed. Doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. We all agree. Do you believe in climate change? Well, that's a great question. Yeah, I believe in it, but just not in the same way as you. I don't think Miami will be underwater in 50 years. Hey, thank you, Jamie Boy 42 Flaw. I think that means you're from Florida, probably. Shout out Florida. Amnesty for illegal immigrants? You've already asked me this in other chats. No, why would there be amnesty for illegal immigrants? We've already been over this 100 times. Why would the illegals get to skip the line, but the people that paid tens of thousands, if not more than that, money and waited a decade, why did they get skipped over, but we're giving amnesty for border hoppers? I don't think so. No amnesty. What the hell? How is my microphone? Anyone that wants to be honest, is it okay? I'm about to upgrade the setup. Just give me like next month we'll upgrade the setup, tripod, everything updated. Microphone, everything. Glad you guys can hear me. Glad you guys can hear me. Wonderful. I never said anything about a C curve. Hit the like, subscribe button. Drop some super chats if you guys have anything you want me to read out loud. Any comments I'm missing. Sometimes I don't. Ted Cruz, no, I don't like that guy. Can hear you good. Awesome. Well, there's a lot of comments coming in. I normally get thousands of comments per live stream, so if I miss over something on accident, you can drop a super chat, and I always get back to those because they pop up right down here on my feed, so I click on them and I read them out loud. I don't like Marco and I don't like Ted Cruz, honestly. But if I had to choose one over another, I don't know. That's too hard. They seem super similar to me for some strange reason. Some names did come up in the Diddy case. Barack Obama. That was brought up in the Diddy case. Do you like animals or snow? I love snow. I like to ski and I like to snowboard. You think Ted Cruz has a good heart? Why do you think that? I'm just curious. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but why do you think Ted Cruz has a good heart? I think Pam Bondi, Why does Ted Cruz have a good heart? Can someone tell me? Base! Base in your face. You think Pam Bondi is based? I honestly haven't heard that. So you think Trump is the leader of everything? You think he's the supreme dictator? All right, buddy, no spamming. This is the last time I'm going to tell you. If you keep spamming, I'm going to have to remove you. The diddler should not walk. Agreed. Ted Cruz has the heart of a lion and the skull of an infant. He did what to your son? What? He was in Greece while Texans were drowning, but I don't know if he made that flight beforehand or what. Maga. Drop some super chats if you guys have any questions, any comments, any requests. Truman Show, thoughts? I don't know. I don't really have too many thoughts on it. Why? Is there something I should watch I missed? Is there something I missed from the Truman Show? Musk can't run. I agree. We should keep the money within our country instead of funding foreign wars. But I also agree some of Trump's attacks were strategic. Because Trump hasn't been found guilty of any of these false allegations. No proof. My literal name is Euro and Travel. You don't think I travel? "34 felonies and still won the election." Great point. Trump sent bombs legally. That's right, Victor. That's right. Felonies don't matter, Mr. Joker said. That is true. Alex Jones, 2028. You know, Alex Jones is a chill guy. And for everyone out there, he made an apology long before he got sued about the whole Sandy Hook situation. Alex Jones would be one hell of a president. I'm not even going to front you there. But 2028, I don't know. I think we'll have Vance or Trump. But 2032? Let's get Alex Jones, 2032. No, he apologized before he got sued. Fun fact. Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, 2028. Oh, you're mad. It's okay. You don't gotta be mad. about some super chats. You don't gotta cry over it. Just a super chat, brother. You don't gotta cry. It was just a question. It was just a comment. Nothing's wrong with some comments. Hey man, my neighbors are illegal. I'm thinking about calling ICE on them. I known them for 3 years and I recently found out they got no papers. So I'm gonna call ICE on them. Am I wrong for that? Hell no, you're not wrong for that. They entered the country illegally. Did they border jump? Did they jump the border? If they jump the border, definitely call ICE. Get them out of here. We should get Trump for life. 3 terms isn't enough. I'm just joking. Well, obviously, the rage bait, quote unquote, worked for you. It's not even rage bait. Do not call ICE on them. If you've known them and they're nice, there's no reason to. Well, they did break the law. But if you think they're good people, do what you want to do. America travel vlog? When? You want me to post some American travel vlogs? I plan to do some actually. I want to do Texas, New York City. Actually, I have some old travel vlogs. I can repost those. Texas, New York City, New York, Colorado. Should I do those? For a private what? How much for what? I'm not understanding the question. Oh my God, here we go, Amy. Did you talk about how Biden couldn't speak a single sentence on his first day of presidency? I don't think so. Now you're talking about Trump's impaired cognitively. What a bunch of hypocrites. It's not for sale, Sean, but if you want me to say it out loud as a joke, $50. If not, I'm not saying it. But it's not true anyway, so it's really not for sale. I'm not saying Trump was on that list as a lie for any amount. Any original comments? Anything original you guys want to say? Any super chats you guys want to drop? Any questions? Anything you want me to answer? The left have double standards. What do you think about Vivek? I thought he would have been a good part of Trump's cabinet. Why did he not end up joining Doge? That was my question about Vivek. But he seems like an okay guy. I don't know if I would want him as president, maybe vice president. What's your original comment? Oh, welcome back. You're just a crybaby. You're just a crybaby. $0 for hating. At the end of the day, you will leave with $0. Just time wasted on my channel and crying. How do you feel? This person doesn't even know what anchor baby means. First off, I get thousands of comments on live stream. How many times do I gotta say this? I'm getting 6 to 10,000 comments on live stream. If you want me to address something 100% guaranteed, 100% of the time, you gotta drop a super chat, and I will answer 100% of the time. I read all super chats out loud, and I respond to every single one. Doesn't matter if it's a hate comment, if you want to say something stupid or what. I read it. Well, you can hate all you want, but it doesn't change the fact that my live streams get a lot of views. I don't even know what that means. I'm just going to kick you out. Because you're a crybaby. Bye, crybaby. Bye, crybaby. A comment isn't abuse. If you think a comment's an abuse, you're a fucking crybaby. It's hilarious. The leftist thinks comments are abuse. Are you fucking 10? Are you a crybaby? You can't bother me or abuse me with a fucking YouTube comment. You're 9 years old or something? That's hilarious that you think that. Keep crying, because I know you see us racking up subscribers and chats left and right. Legalize comedy. Oh, here we go with the jet again. I made a whole video about this. You voted Trump? What do you think? Of course I'm going to block him. He just keeps talking shit all day, every stream. I'm tired of hearing him whine and bitch like a little baby. It's not furious. It's just fucking annoying to hear him cry 24/7. It's like, brother, if you don't like Trump, there's nothing you can do about it. Just cry some more. My feelings aren't hurt. If my feelings were hurt, I wouldn't do this every day. I wouldn't talk about Trump every day. I would stand down. Obviously, I don't give a flying fuck. Well, Jeffrey, you don't got an option. YouTube is going to force feed you my content, so keep crying. I'm too viral to get off your For View page. Oh, that's disgusting comment, Levi. Trump 2028. A 100 views, Frank. Have you seen? Go into my lives. Tell me how many videos you see with 100,000, 60,000, 80,000 views. You don't even understand how lives work. Well, yeah, this one's not viral, but by the time we end it, it'll have about 40 to 50,000 total views. That's not viral, but that's pretty good. That's decently well. Maga. Well, you can leave, Levi. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I will keep going. Regardless of what they say, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep grinding. A hate collector. What's a hate collector? Fight the good fight. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. Oh, you're angry. How much did you get for leaving chats and messages? 0 and 0 cents? Levi just pissed Trump lowered his food stamps. Sorry, brother. You can't get any more food stamps for sitting on your ass anymore. Sorry. No more free food for you. No more stamps. No more free food, no more stamps, and no more Medicare. I'm just kidding. Your Medicare will still be here. I'm just joking. All you do is cry because you don't like my channel? Cry because I get super chats and you get $0 for hating? Wah, wah, wah. This guy gets super chats. All you do is ask for super chats. Yeah, and I get them, motherfucker. Do you? Paid to be verified on what? Why do you love illegal immigrants? Who lied? You don't think 270 is cheap for gas or 250 is cheap for gas? I actually still post in travel vlogs, and some of them are doing better than the Trump videos. So thank you very much. Yeah, Bay Area is extremely expensive. That sounds like California prices, $4.50. Let me know where you are and what your gas price is. And let me know if it's cheaper than last year. $6 in Utah? Really? Utah is that expensive? In Florida, it's $2.70. In Tennessee, it's $2.50, $2.40. So a lot of those prices must be state gas taxes. $4 in Seattle area. That's still pretty expensive. The egg prices are indeed down. Gas prices are cheaper. If you want me to reply to you so badly, I'm trying to reply to every message I can. If you have anything you want me to reply to, drop some super chats. I reply 100% of the time. Doesn't matter if it's a hate comment or anything. Whatever you want me to reply to. All super chats are replied to. Simple as that. America. Truman Show. What about the Truman Show? Sean, all spammers will be booted out of chat. It's that simple. If you spam a message 10, 20, 30 times, you'll just be removed. What did I say about tariffs? I just had a whole episode about tariffs. Yeah, crossing the border without documents, entering another country illegally is a crime. Barack Obama called them illegals. For fuck's sake, a traffic ticket is a crime. But you guys are going to say, no, it's a civil infraction. Look up the definition of a crime. You don't even know what the word crime means. Cheapest state is Mississippi. Actually, Tennessee is cheaper than that. If it's $2.69, it's cheaper in Tennessee. Well, what do you want to talk about watching New York City? It's late here. What do you want to talk about? I'm overseas at the moment. In Tennessee, it's $2.50. Don't be mad, I'm traveling. Trump will still be your president regardless. He will still be your president. I didn't even see your question. And if you want me to answer it so badly, you can drop a super chat. I've answered 99% of these comments 100 times already. It's like we're on repeat with you guys. Every stream, you just say the same shit. Zumbe, you look like you came here illegally. Oh, cry, 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 cry. Interesting channel. I'll support it. Awesome, man. Much appreciated. Is this man really this old saying this kind of stuff? Man, you're 60 years old. Calling a young man gay? You're the gay one. And what's wrong with being gay? Your party loves homosexuals, LGBTQ. They love them, so what's wrong with it? What's up with that list? I don't know. Release it. 271. Trump derangement has been going wild recently. Any original comments here? Anything you guys want me to talk about? If not, I'll wrap up here. Drop some super chats if you guys have any questions, any comments, or you want the stream to keep going. If not, we can log out here and end it for tonight. We'll have some more interesting content coming tomorrow. I know this wasn't the most interesting live stream, but we will have some really good ones this weekend, I promise you guys. Well, thank you for your service, but why would you want a country you protected to allow all the illegal immigrants to come in? That makes no sense. You want open borders so every murderer, rapist, and killer can walk in with no documents? Why? A lot of Trump haters. He won. Thank God it wasn't Kamala. Yeah, no fucking kidding. No fucking kidding, brother. Shout out. How do you say this name? I'm gonna sound dumb here. Tyson L. Shout out Tyson L. That is how it works. If you come in with no documents, no paperwork, no background check, anyone can come. A killer, a rapist, a murderer. So why do you want that? I don't understand it. My brain cannot fathom how any first world country would want people coming in without a background check when every first world country has a border security system and they background check everyone. That's not true. The truth is, immigrant crime rates are lower than domestic crime rates because there's 300 million U.S. citizens and 24 million illegal immigrants. So, of course, there's less illegal immigrants than citizens. So, of course, there's less illegal immigrant crime. It's that simple. That's a stupid fucking statistic. You don't got two brain cells in your body saying that kind of shit. And even if it is lower, even if they do commit less crimes, they weren't supposed to be in the country in the first place. They broke the law. They broke the law. They entered illegally. They wouldn't even show their passport or their documents. What's up, man? How you doing? Can we get some more questions and super chats going? Let me know if you guys have anything else to say or if we should just wrap it up. 100% agree. When are we going to get you in here, Blondie? We need to get you on the stream. You promised me once already, and you got to keep your word. We need guests. We need good guests like you. We need some women to speak up for the community. Oh, crying with no evidence, per usual. Goodbye. Well, why didn't Biden release those tapes and stop Trump becoming president then? Well, at least I didn't sniff little children like Biden did. Well, I'm waiting, Blondie. I'm waiting. We gotta get you on here still. If you don't want to watch me, Jet Baby, you can cry and leave. I'll leave when I'm ready to leave. Y'all say illegals pick our food in the field for $5 an hour, and that's okay. But any state that's blue, y'all complain minimum wage needs to be livable. Yeah, what the fuck? Double standards. The Democrats just want legal slavery just like they had before when they supported slavery. You know, some slaves got paid too, you know that. That's a fun fact. Some slaves got paid unlivable wages. Especially after slavery ended under Lincoln, a lot of slaves stayed on those farms and worked for really, really, really extremely low wages. It sounds kind of like today how the illegals, they want the illegals to stay here and not to deport them so they can pick their crops. Doesn't that remind you of something? Picking Democrats' crops. Quick flashback to the late 1700s. Quick flashback to the late 1700s. Brother, do you know the history of slavery? After Abraham Lincoln outlawed slavery, some of those Africans stayed on those plantations. They were indentured slaves, or they worked for extremely low amounts of money. It sounds kind of like today, how they're trying to keep the illegals on the farm. Yeah, they were slaves. I would disagree, brother. They had to feed those slaves. Instead of feeding them, they just paid them barely enough to get their own food. An indentured slave was a low-paid slave. Y'all read a book, seriously. These fucking people don't even know the history of the country. What the actual fuck? You guys don't know what an indentured slave was. Maybe if you heard about it and knew about it, you would fucking wake up and realize that's exactly what the Democrats want. I'm sticking on the same subject. The illegal immigrants picking your shit for $5 an hour just like you want. That's exactly what the Democrats are saying in comments here. Who's gonna pick my crops for $5 an hour? Who? Where? Democrats in 1865, but without brown people who will harvest our crops. Democrats in 2025, but without brown people who will harvest our crops. Exactly. What the fuck? I love immigrants. Lots of my family are legal immigrants. I just don't like illegal immigrants. And yes, I do feel bad when people bring their kids here, cross the border over illegally. Today they found a farm, they found minor children working at a farm of stuff you smoke. You know what I'm talking about. It's legal in California. These kids were working there that were minors. All because their parents brought them over here illegally, and farmers can abuse them and take advantage of them for unlivable wages, just like indentured slaves. No, we should not give everyone citizenship. It's not a fucking God-given right to be an American citizen. And if you have a criminal record, if you're a rapist, if you're a killer, get the fuck out. I don't want you in my country. And I don't want to give you fucking citizenship. Give everyone citizenship. What about the fucking rapists and killers, you son of a fucking bitch? You want to give them citizenship? You fucking fool. How fucking dare you say you want to give those killers and rapists fucking citizenship? No, my ancestors didn't get it for free. No, they did not. It was never free. Do some fucking research. It was never free. Let me know where you guys are coming from. If you have anything to say, drop some super chats. But that is absolutely disgusting that someone would say, give killers and rapists and murderers citizenship. Give everyone. No, it's not a fucking God-given right to get citizenship. You just said give everyone citizenship. So you're telling me that you want to give the illegal killers, rapists, and murderers citizenships, which are undoubtedly those people in this country. Undoubtedly, there's killers and rapists that are illegal immigrants. And you want to give them citizenship. Reagan didn't give fucking illegal killers and rapists citizenship. You had to go through a process back then. Yes, he gave them a blanket pardon for all those illegals back then. There was a much, much less. There was only about 1 million to 2 million illegal immigrants in the country at the time under Reagan. And he still made them go through background checks. You don't even know the fucking history of what you talk about. Yes, Reagan gave a blanket pardon and a blanket citizenship to 1 to 2 million illegal immigrants. That was when there was only 1 to 2 million of them. They had a document process. None of them were killers. None of them were rapists. They were properly vetted because there was only 1 to 2 million of them. Now we got 24, 30 million of them in the country, and that's a fucking terrible idea. Even if we did that now, it's going to take over 5 years to process all these people. It took Reagan about 1.5, 2 years to process those 1 to 2 million. Now we got 30 times as much. Killers do work in the fields. Is that a joke? Send the illegals packing. What happened to the Epstein files? Well, I already talked about this before. I believe that some intelligence agencies, the Mossad, the CIA, the FBI, and some Israeli banking figures, as well as some United States big corporations and big CEOs were involved in those files. And unfortunately, that would also crash the market, cause a lot of boycotting, rioting, and civil unrest if these files were released. I want them to be released, but for these reasons, the government will say, blah, 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 can't release them. Anyway, guys, I think that's it for today. We made some great points. Once again, you're stating really, incorrect facts. Trump was on that plane, yes, but he never went to that island. And he denounced Epstein in the 90s. The last time he was on that plane was in 1997. Epstein got that island in 1998. It's getting late here, and unless there's any more super chats, questions, anything you guys want to talk about, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll give you guys another minute to say some stuff. If you want to drop any super chats or comments, let me know if it's something good we can discuss. If not, I will be laying down now. All right, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Peace out. Talk to you guys later. Have a good night, guys.